it's quite hard to sound like a band when it's just one person. So I'm trying to get that Motown sound of like having a band in a room. You're just vibing out. I recorded everything very simply. There's very minimal processing. Just a little slap vocal to kind of bring more of that Motown-esque essence through. Doubled again, left and right, panned around your head to feel like you're in the room with a choir. So yeah, so many different vocal tracks layered and layered and layered. It took forever. And that's how I approach recording everything. And then I think that makes it sound like it's not just me on the record. Hopefully people don't listen to it and think like this is very samey and sounds like one person. But it's just me, just little old me.
Yeah.
Let me go to the end where everybody's in. I've doubled the bass as well with the guitar just to make it poke out of the mix. Got some claps. And of course the perk loop that's throughout the entire tune. Some congas. Tambourine. There's some sparkle. And that's all the rhythm section sort of stuff mainly. Piano riff. I think the guitar at this point is doing some sort of like funky, skanky stuff. So I'm trying to get that Motown sound of like having a band in a room. You're just vibing out. I recorded everything very simply. There's very minimal processing on everything as well. But then on top, there's this like choir thing happening, which I'll play in a second.
Yeah. This is already a pretty big band, though.
It's a pretty big band, yeah. But it's just me, just little old me.
Yeah.
But that whole idea of it just being me in a room, doing everything. What I was really searching for, I think, was connection. That connection that you can find from being in a choir and like being, I don't know, 50 people all together singing the same line or in harmony. And I wanted it to feel almost gospel-esque, like people singing for something bigger than themselves. Even though I'm not a Christian, I really love religious music of all kinds, not just of Christian denomination. But in gospel, I absolutely love when people are coming together to sing as one for something bigger than themselves, something that they can't quite express, but feels just like this huge, life-changing, universal knowing kind of thing to sing about. And I'm trying to capture that in this record, even though it's just me in a room. I don't know. Yeah, this is the vocals at the end. So this is like the big sort of euphoric kind of moment. So this is like maybe 5 or 6 different vocal parts, doubled and doubled and doubled, doubled again, left and right, panned around your head to feel like you're in the room with a choir. So yeah, so many different vocal tracks layered and layered and layered. It took forever.
How long? Do you have a time on this?
Maybe a day. Yeah, quite a long time.
Yeah.
And then with everybody.
And so I guess from what you were saying earlier, so if you had written that all out and taken it into the room with the 50 people, then you could have
taken 5 minutes.
Yes.
Song's 4.5 minutes, I think. In and out, job done.
Yeah. Because on one level you think a day, that's not that long, but then how did you feel physically after being a 50-person choir? Was that exhausting?
No, it's fine. I mean, I take good care of my vocal health. I am a singer, so I'm practicing. I've got good technique. I've got good stamina. So it's fun. It's absolutely fine. And I know sort of where to push myself, where not to push myself. The places that it can get really tiring is when I'm in the extremes of my range. So there's some bits where I'll just solo the backing vocals. I'll just cycle around this. I'm really up there in the gods. For me, I've got a very low voice. So I'm like, like really belting up high. And I'm also really low, like trying to do like the traditionally male parts as well. When I'm doing all the middle bits, easy peasy, I can do that forever and ever. But yeah, it can get quite tiring to do those extremities because I'm doubling them and I'm doubling them and I'm doubling them.
Yeah.
It can start to get tiring. I remember this song, doing the high parts. I needed a little bit of a break after. Went for a cup of tea.
Yeah. Yeah. And with this song, with Wanna Die, you were talking about how you recorded the backing vocals first. Did you do the same thing with Save Me? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. The lead vocal was the last thing I did for the entire record. That was the last thing, just to sort of sit on top and make sure the performance was like poking out of the arrangement in the right way. And so, yeah, I think it's quicker to do that. Like rather than having everything built around this one vocal, it's like, it's easier just to like play as a band and then just like do the lead vocal last, because then I'm responding in the right way to what's happening in the band. I can like catch little bits, catch little drum fills, and the minutiae is all there.
Yeah. Yeah, really interesting. And is the vocal chain and the processing the same as Wanna Die on this, or a different approach for Save Me?
It's the same microphone, it's the same signal chain, it's just the very, very end. So this has got like a very Motown-esque slap on it.
This episode is being supported by Tape It, the iPhone app made specifically for musicians. If you, like many of our guests, use voice memos, then switching to Tape It is an obvious choice. And now, Tape It has layering. This means you can record over your voice notes, try out top lines, stack harmonies, build up instruments, jam with yourself, and so much more. Layering is such an exciting addition to Tape It's long list of features to help you stay creative and organised, including the ability to record straight from your lock screen, set markers, add notes, and add photos of settings. You can easily import your old voice notes, sync to the cloud, and create shared playlists with co-writers and bandmates. So, head to the link below to install Tape It and use the promo code TAPENOTES to receive a whopping 20% off Tape It Pro. And now, back to the episode.
Every time I close my eyes, yours done on my beloved Space Echo. Just a little slap vocal to kind of bring more of that Motown-esque essence through. The clock is frozen, hands hang on a 5, and on the 9. The hour is mine, but yours is taken.
Is that a Space Echo plugin, or is it?
It's a real one, yeah. I use it on everything, and I use it live as well. It's like kind of like the secret sauce, I think. It's weird. I think a lot of the way I process stuff will be pretty much the same mostly throughout the entire record. Like the bass is kind of pretty much the same. The vocals are done exactly the same. The things that's different is the way I'm arranging. It's the style, it's the composition, it's the way I'm performing it. The actual outboard stuff I'm using tends to be pretty much the same. Like if I'm changing the dials, if I'm changing the compression, it's very minimal amounts. Usually everything is pretty much the same to bring that consistency, I think, throughout the sound world of the record, because I am changing so much in terms of style. I think it's nice for things to be captured in a way that's very similar in order to make it sound like an actual record, not just a bunch of different songs from a bunch of different people.
Yeah, definitely. Do you know which Space Echo model it is?
It's the pedal. It's the pedal version. I have previously used the big reel guy, but it's quite temperamental and takes up a lot of space. Whereas the pedal, I think, is a really, really good recreation, and I can take it on the road with me as well. I can't remember the number of it, but it's the one where it's got the two different tape heads. It's amazing. And
it means you can stand there at the microphone and use it without having to think too much about it.
While I'm singing. It's great.
Yeah, excellent. What else should we hear from Save Me? Is there anything else? I'm going back to the Motown thing. I mean, this is a kind of 70s Motown vibe rather than the 60s simplicity in a way. I think their setup would have been much more stripped back in the 60s, wouldn't it? They'd have had a smaller room to record in, less people.
One mic on the drums kind of vibe.
Yeah,
this is more, they've got some of that Stevie Wonder money I think. But yeah, because I'm a shit Stevie Wonder. So.
That's gonna sting forever, isn't it?
It's gonna sting forever. It really, yeah. I hope he's listening.
Yeah. So is there anything else to hear from? I mean, in terms of just a tiny bit of the guitar, I'm interested in what kind of approach you have for the guitar and the recording and the sound of that guitar there.
So there's this riff going up pretty much throughout the entirety of the song. Even when the chord changes, like this riff is there because the chord contextualizes it around this like very bluesy riff. And it sounds almost like an archtop guitar. I've tried to make it sound like quite mellow and jazzy, but actually it's a Telecaster, but it's a semi-hollow Telecaster that I have that can get that sort of deeper jazzy sound. It's not that twangy. And I'm playing it with my fingers. I love playing with fingers as opposed to picks. And I think that also means it's a much more mellow kind of jazzier sound. I can have a lot more control. It's the way I love to play. And I think I just put this through my Fender Blues Junior. Quite a bit of reverb. And just went into this meditative state of just playing this riff over and over and over again.
Did you play the whole duration of the song? So this is you playing, you weren't tempted to loop anything or
No, there's no loops. As you can probably hear, because it's not perfect.
Yeah.
Which I love as well. If anything, I want there to be more humanity in music. Like, if something sounds a little bit too clean, too plastic, it just turns me right off. It just doesn't do anything for me. Oh, these are some weird chords that happen. Weird on this guitar, the way I'm voicing it. It's like... It's out of context. That sounds really bizarre.
Yeah, it's really interesting. And in context, so when you recorded that, were you listening to everything you had created at that point when you're putting down the guitar?
I think I'd already recorded the piano at that point.
Right.
But even so, like I'm reading the sheet music. I know what's going on in my head, and yeah. It's quite hard to sound like a band when it's just one person, but I feel like I've done that quite well because it's not the first time I've made a record that's just me playing everything, and I think even when I'm doing improvisational bits, I try really hard to sort of become a different character in a way, like a different part of me, and approach stuff in a slightly different way, and sort of think, I don't necessarily give myself a different name, but a different personality within me. So I'm thinking of the drummer as being this like really like forward thinking, like almost like Animal from the Muppets kind of person, and then the synth player is a bit more chill, and that's how I'll approach recording everything. And then I think that makes it sound like it's not just me on the record. Hopefully people don't listen to it and think like this is very samey and sounds like one person. It's like different ways of approaching how I'm sitting in the groove.
Yeah.